Hello and welcome to this everyday yoga flow. This is a bite-sized practice that has a little bit of everything, so it's perfect for those days when you don't have a lot of time but you want to get a good bang for your buck. So when you're ready, meet me in child's pose. So coming down into the child's pose of your choosing. And we'll just take the first few breaths to arrive here on the mat. If you're short of time here today, you've had a really hectic day, you've been in a rush, just take a moment to connect with the breath, breathing deeply into the belly, feeling the rib cage expand. Feeling your head heavy on the ground, letting the weight of your body sink down into the earth. On your next inhale, rise up, sitting on the heels, and we'll just circle the wrists in one direction and then the other direction. Interlacing the fingers, sending the fingers of the right hand up to the sky, the fingers of the left hand down to the earth, stretching through the forearms and the wrists and the fingers, flipping the hands in the opposite direction. Releasing the hands, and we're just going to open and close the palms quite quickly, warming up the hands and the wrists and the forearms. Great, shake that off and come forward into a tabletop. We'll take some cat-cows. You can start off by the traditional cat-cow, but then you might want to move into a bit more of a dynamic cat-cow. Maybe waving the spine, moving forward and back. Maybe also getting into the side body by doing some barrel rolls. Whatever you choose, try and connect the breath with the movement. Coming back into a neutral spine, lifting the right toes up towards the sky, keeping the knee bent. Pause here for one breath, before then circling the knee in one direction, opening up through the hip. Going in the opposite direction. Releasing the right knee back down to the ground, sending the left toes up towards the sky now. Pause here for one breath. Try not to arch the lower back too much, using the strength in your glute to lift the leg, and then start to circle the knee, drawing big circles, opening up through the hip. changing direction. And release the knee back down to the earth, tucking the toes, planting your palms, sending the hips up to come into a down dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Pedal the legs out here, just warming up the hamstrings. My microphone's just fallen off, bear with. On an inhale, lifting the right leg up towards the sky before bending the knee, drawing it in towards the nose. Squeeze here for 1 second and then step the foot in between the palms, lowering the back knee down, lifting the arms up and overhead, low lunge. On an exhale, bringing the fingertips down to the earth, sending the hips back. Maybe you need to walk the right foot forward a little bit to come into your half split. Inhale to lift up out of the hips, roll through the front foot, and then we're going to turn the left foot out towards the right hand side to come into a low warrior two. So inhale to open the arms out to the sides, and then exhale to sink forward into that right hip. Inhale, drop the left palm down behind you, straightening the right leg, sending the right arm over the head to come into a gate pose, feeling that stretch down the right side body. On your next exhale, walk the palms back round to the front of your mat. Step back into a plank. Inhale here. Exhale to lower down, come down to the belly. Inhale for cobra. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhale, lifting the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, bending the knee, drawing it in towards the nose. Squeeze for 1 second before stepping the foot in between the palms, lowering the back knee down, arms lift up overhead, low lunge. Exhale, fingertips come down to the earth as you send the hips back into a half split. Inhale to lift up out of the hips, sending the right toes out to the side of the mat. Inhale, arms come out to the sides, and exhale to sink down into your low warrior two variation. Inhale, right palm now comes down to the earth, straightening the left leg, sending the left arm overhead. Exhale, walk the palms back to frame the left foot. Stepping back into plank. Inhale. Exhale, lowering down. Maybe this time you take chaturanga and then push to your upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts up into three-leg dog. Exhale, step the foot in between the hands, opening the back foot out to lift up in to warrior one. Exhale, hinging at the hips, shifting the weight into your right foot to lift the back toes up off the ground. Maybe you just stay here, or maybe you lift the left leg up to come into warrior three. Inhale to lift up to standing, crossing the left leg over the right leg, crossing the left arm over the right arm, and then sinking the hips down into eagle. Finding your drishti, the point at which you'll focus your gaze on to help with the balance. Squeezing the inner thighs together, squeezing the arms together, opening through the upper back body. Inhale to lift back up, unraveling the arms, step the left foot back for high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, planting the palms, stepping back and lowering down into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side, inhaling the left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between the palms, opening out the back foot to lift up into warrior one. Exhale, hinging at the hips, shifting the weight into the left foot so that you can lift the back toes off the ground. Maybe you stay here, or maybe you continue to lift the right leg up for warrior three. Squeezing the glutes, squeezing the back. Inhale to lift up to standing, crossing the right leg over the left leg, crossing the right arm over the left arm, taking your bind and lowering the hips down into a chair-like position for your eagle pose, garudasana. Find your drishti, find the strength in your inner thighs. Really helps with the balance to really squeeze the inner thighs together. Try not to arch too much with the lower back. Try and tuck the pelvis underneath you. Inhale to lift up, unravel, stepping the right foot back, high lunge. Inhale. Exhale, planting the palms down, stepping back, lowering down to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, push back to your downward facing dog. One breath in here. And exhale. Lowering down into tabletop, crossing the ankles, coming into a seated position, whatever transition that works for you best. Sending the legs out in front of you to find Dandasana. Inhale, bending the right knee, drawing the thigh in towards the body, and then letting the right knee fall out to the side. The foot comes to the inner thigh, and we'll inhale, send the arms up overhead. Exhale to fold forward over the left leg for Janusasana. Trying to keep the spine long. Inhale to lift back up, releasing the right leg down the mat. Inhaling, bending the left knee now, drawing the leg in towards the body, and then letting the left knee open out to the side, sinking down to the earth. Inhale, arms lift up overhead, find length in the spine. before folding over the right leg, trying to maintain that length in the spine as best you can. I know it's really hard. It's something that I am very guilty of, trying to draw myself in closer to my leg, but that's not helping my flexibility in any way. Inhale to lift back up, sending the left leg out in front of you. If you need to scooch down the mat, do so. And then slowly, with control, using that strength in our abdomen, lower down. If you kind of flop up, flop down, that's absolutely fine. We're just practicing. Coming down to our back, bending our knees, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat, and then we're going to cross the right leg over the left leg, lifting the knees up towards the body. If the feet are in reach, catch them, and then start to draw the feet in towards the body to find a garudasana variation. If the feet are a little bit far away from you, you can catch the shins, calves, or if you have two straps or a couple of items of clothing like a t-shirt, you could loop them around the feet and then use those to draw the legs in. Finding a stretch in the piriformis and the deep gluteal muscles. Exhale to gently release, uncross the legs, and then cross the left leg over the top of the right, drawing the knees in towards the body. Maybe you can catch the feet. Find what is going to work for you today. If you are a male, you might need to do some rearranging. And if you have quite big thighs, this might actually be really difficult to get into, in which case reclined pigeon is stretching the same muscles, it's just slightly less intense of a stretch, but this might be way more accessible to you. So reclined pigeon is on the left hand side, crossing the left ankle over the top of the left thigh, catching the back of the right thigh, and then drawing the legs in towards you, and you'll feel a stretch down the outside of the thigh and the bum, your bum cheek, and this just gives you so much more space. So garudasana is great if you can get into it, but it just might not be feasible given body proportions and stuff like that. Okay, releasing the legs now, letting them stretch down the mat, extend the arms up overhead. We're going to take a nice full body stretch, so pointing the toes, really stretch the full body, and then releasing. Let the arms rest at your sides, the toes fall out, and we'll just take a short savasana here, letting the body feel really heavy, sinking down into the earth. Relaxing the face, the jaw, the neck, the shoulders. Relaxing your arms and your hands. Relaxing your belly, Feeling your back supported by the earth. Relax your buttocks, the hips, the thighs, the lower legs, and your feet. Let any tension melt away into the earth beneath you. And in its place, let a lightness fill your body. And let you take that into your day with you. Knowing that you showed up for yourself today on the mat. Thank you so much for taking your precious time to practice with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Inhaling to bring the palms together to heart center, Anjali Mudra. Namaste.